Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Game 2 of AEON vs. We for the Dota 2 International East Qualifiers. I am your commentator who goes by the name of Toshley and will be bringing you Game 2 of this best of 3. Of course, Team AEON securing the first victory very quickly with a team composition mostly focused around getting to a certain point in the game where they get really powerful and they're just sort of able to stomp and slap things down. However, if they get to the later stages of the game, they would have fallen off, but Team's Wii composition was more late game, in fact very heavily focused on the late game with 2 carries, and they just couldn't get to that point that they needed to get to in order to start smacking everyone around. So let's see how this game falls out. AEON have first pick and first ban. First banning is the Darkseer, followed by the Enchantress for Team Wii. We can already see Team Wii is picking off those heroes that are capable of early pushes. Enchantress very good at pushing towers with her ability to coerce creeps onto her side. Just puts an extra hero in the creep lane and makes it a little bit makes that creep wave a little bit stronger at pushing towers. He's also a solid support. I've seen her played as a carry as well. She's an overall very powerful hero. Of course, Darkseer, needless to say, incredibly strong hero. Very good on so many different levels. Very tanky and is capable of pushing out massive amounts of damage. And it looks like AEON wants to go for a hard carry since they're taking down the Darkseer. Because Darkseer is just really good at denying farm and making whichever hero is trying to farm against him, giving them a very bad and difficult time of doing so. Already ticking into their bonus time, next ban is going to be that of the Invoker for AEON. Invoker, very solid hero, capable of doing oh so many different things. And next ban, Nature's Prophet. Again, we don't want to see that push strategy happening again. I think they want to bring something into the later stages of the game, banning off that Nature's Prophet right there. Of course, another very solid hero, very capable of pushing down lanes with his treants, and of course his ultimate absolutely smashes lanes to hell, and he doesn't even have to do anything. He just pops that ultimate whenever it goes off, and that lane's going to get pushed back just a little bit further. Third ban coming in for AEON. What is it going to be? They sure are taking their time on deciding. We've already ticked into their bonus time with the last ban, and it looks like we're going to be doing the same thing for this one as well. Who or what or who will be? Brewmaster going to be the next ban. Brewmaster, solid initiator. Very annoying hero to deal with. And of course, next ban coming from Wii's team, Lycan, because AEON have first pick, and if they didn't ban out Lycan, AEON would pick up the Lycan. You'd always do that. Lycan, very powerful hero. Very strong pusher. Absolutely redonkulous how much power he can put behind him when you pick the right build. Of course, Power Treads, Vlad's, Necronomicon, push those towers back, baby, and kill anyone that gets in your way. That is what Lycan is all about. And an absolutely horrible hero to deal with. Queen of Pain's going to be the first pick for Team AEON, no doubt going to be making her way to the middle lane. Queen of Pain capable of doing massive amounts of AoE damage. The first 2 picks coming for Team Wii, Windrunner and Chen. Ooh, Windrunner, solid support. Power Shot, really good at giving visibility, and Shackle is just an all-round nice stun ability. And Chen, we've discussed Chen before, a great, awesome, powerful hero with his ability to heal every single hero on his team at any moment in the game. And there's also his issue of picking up creeps, which gives him pushing capability, which is what Team Wii will do. Maybe they want to use the same strategy AEON used, but that pushing capability that Chen delivers with his ability to coerce creeps onto his side, very solid. Not to mention his ability to teleport teammates back to base when they're in peril. Solid ability. Great hero all round. And he's normally banned. Typically banned. Now we're taking into their bonus time. The next hero, who's it going to be? I honestly have no idea. No clue at all. So we're just going to have to wait and see as we tick away to AEON's bonus time. Into AEON's bonus time, that is. Better make a decision fast. And we have Glorious Dead Air. But no doubt the lanes, Chen's most likely going to be spending his time in the jungle. Very solid jungling hero, of course, with his ability to coerce a level 6 creep right from the start of the game. Very good. Windrunner's going to be playing support, no doubt. Earthshaker, solid initiator. Will he be playing the support role? Not entirely sure. No doubt Aeon's next pick is going to be... Okay, maybe Sand King. Looks like they're going for quite a few stuns going on thus far. Earthshake, very good teamfight capabilities. Same with Sand King. In fact, you pop off an Anti-Center and an Echo Slam, and that damage is going to start being dealt. They're actually very similar heroes. Never actually realized that. But this is some potential for serious AoE damage. Queen of Pain's Scream and a Sonic Wave thing, followed by Earthshaker's Echo Slam, and then an Epicenter from the Sand King means a dead team. Dead for anyone that gets hit by all those three abilities. And they can't pick out an Invoker. That's one of the things that would have been really strong against this is Invoker, because you go EMP Tornado and you can start draining their mana like crazy. I'm thinking Team Wii might pick up an Anti-Mage for his mana burn ability, since they have yet to pick up a carry. A mana burn ability would be pretty good against all these heroes, because mana is what they need to do damage, and if they don't have mana, of course, they're not going to be doing any damage. But we'll have to wait and see. Morphling getting picked up for the carry, and Morphling surviving through the bans. Very, very solid, very powerful, hard carry. However, Queen of Pain could trade last hits with him quite effectively, and it might make his farming just a little bit difficult if they decide to put him in mid, but chances are he will be getting babysat by the Windrunner. He also has good escapability from any ganks that might turn his way. Tide form is essentially Blink. Slightly slower than your standard Blink, but it's a Blink that teleports him from one place to the another makes him invulnerable, and does damage to anyone that might get in the way. Nice ability overall. Whose pick are we waiting for now? Actually, we're going onto the bans. VS getting banned there by Team AEON, followed by Death Prophet getting banned for Team Wii. Final bans here for Team AEON. And I think they could possibly ban an Anti-Mage, because an Anti-Mage would be pretty solid against these heroes simply due to his mana burn ability. But then again, they have picked up a carry. Team Wii have picked up their carry, which is Morphling. So having two very hard carries is not the wisest of ideas. So I guess it won't be an Anti-Mage, because that'd be a bit tad silly to pick up an Anti-Mage, in all honesty. So we'll have to see how it goes.
10 seconds remaining.
Time is ticking out, though. We better make our decision quite hastily. Ticking over into Aeon's bonus time we are now. Only 23 seconds remaining. Banning off Rasta.
Dire team ban.
I guess they're sort of behind on stuns. And final ban for Team Wii is going to be a Pudge. I guess they're sort of behind on stuns, and they want to eliminate any more pushing capability that Team Wii might try and pick up. Of course, Chen very good at pushing, and Morphling pretty solid at pushing with his waveform at the later stages of the game. Waiting for the next pick for Team AEON. As to who's going to be, I have no idea. They've yet to select a carry, so there's quite a few options available. Anti-Mage, I believe, is pretty solid overall. Very nice, very hard carry, and it's good against Morphling, especially in the early stages of the game, if I recall correctly. Because Morphling tries to waveform away, Anti-Mage can just blink. My apologies. Again, cold, recovering, and so forth. The next pick up for Team AEON is going to be the hard carry, and it is that of Clinks. Now, I suspect the next pick for Team Wii will be a Slaughter in order to keep tabs on AEON, because, one, they don't have an initiator yet. They don't have a solid tanky hero, and that's exactly what Slaughter is. And yep, there we go. Predicted it perfectly. Yes. Slaughter being the next pickup. His amplified damage, giving True Sight to the Clinks, means he can't stealth and get away. He also has a haste ability, so he can catch up to Clinks when he tries to run away when he has True Sight on him. And Slaughter, an overall very tanky hero, and a very solid initiator, which is exactly what Team Wii was lacking. Next and final pick coming up for Team AEON. Who is it going to be? I honestly have no idea.
Remaining.
No clues of who it could be. They have their support, they have their carry, they have their initiator. Ooh, Bane. This could get interesting. Bane is an absolutely annoying as hell hero to go up against. He has essentially a very, sort of a stun. It's not really a stun, it's more sort of a polymorph. If he takes damage, the stun will go away, but it's still annoying nonetheless because it can interrupt spellcasting. But is there that much spellcasting that's going to be going on Team Wii? Seems not. I mean, if they had an Enigma, or there's not really that many channeled spells that would be super useful against, but it's still a good ability because it takes someone out of the team fight for a considerable amount of time. But that's not even bringing up Bane's ultimate. Bane's ultimate is just deadly. It's akin to Pudge's Dismember, but it lasts longer and is ranged. And it means that if one hero gets caught out of place, they die. Bane pops his ulti, they are stunned for a ridiculously long amount of time, the team just gets a beat on them, and there's absolutely nothing Team Wii can do. In fact, Team Wii, their next pick's definitely going to be someone that can stun. They need someone to stop that Bane ultimate, because it can just take someone out of the fight so easily. They need a solid disable of some sort. Does anyone here have a disable? Morphling has a disable. Chen can get creeps that have a disable. Oh, I guess they actually have quite a few disables already. Here's a disable coming up. It's actually an ensnare, so it would not affect Bane's ability. But Bane already has, I mean, Team Wii already has plenty of disables. I can't believe I didn't notice. Morphling has a disable. Windrunner has a disable. Chen can get a disable through his creeps. Does Slaughter have a disable? Ugh, I'm not exactly sure. I think he has some sort of pseudo-disable of some sort. I can't remember just yet. But nevertheless, all the picks have finally been selected, and we will be jumping into the game in 35 short, glorious seconds. And in the meantime, I shall sip some tea. Always have liquid of some sort available when you're going to do casting of any sort, because yelling for 30 to an hour actually, you know, hurts after a while. I have no idea how commentators do this for, you know, 10 hours a day when they've got a tournament going on. No clue at all, but it looks like we're going to have pretty much the entire team of AEON making their way to the top, probably going to penetrate the Dire's jungle, Team Wii's jungle over here, try and pick up that first blood. Team Wii completely unsuspecting, just going fairly standard. Crystal Maiden and, what's his face, whose name I've forgotten, Slada, is over in the top lane, with Morphling seems to be making his way and joining them. Maybe they sense something's going on. I'm not sure, but it seems going to have Windrunner and Chen. Are they making their way to bottom? I'm surprised Chen wouldn't be spending his time in the jungle. So Morphling's going to be solo mid, with Slaughter and Crystal Maiden over at top, and things could get very bad as they walk a bit too far ahead. Things could get very nasty indeed, but they're staying close, they're suspicious, and they're staying near, very, very far away from any potential engagements that could happen. So it doesn't look like we're going to have a first blood here through the opening moments of the game. We will see Team AEON return to their standard lanes, and so on and so forth. Where's Queen of Pain? Where's Clink's going to be going? Where's Queen of Pain going to be going? I guess we'll wait and see. Chen, as indeed, over in the jungle. Windrunner, is Windrunner going to be soloing the bottom lane? I have a feeling that's not the case. Or is it? Ah, glorious battle points. Anyway, Clink's going to be solo mid. Not Queen of Pain. In fact, Queen of Pain going to be soloing the bottom lane. We shall see. Picking up an illusion here very early in the game for Bane. I'm suspecting Bane Sand King over in top. That's a deathly combination of stuns, and a couple of more stuns with the Earthshaker. This is the lane to be watching, ladies and gentlemen. Ganks are going to happen without a shadow of a doubt. We have stuns, we have more stuns, and disables, and so on and so forth. Going to be an interesting lane without a shadow of a doubt, and we might have a bit of action going on already. It seems not, but we have Bane and Earthshaker waiting on the behind, and Crystal Maiden getting caught way out of position. Fisher going down, getting a nice little stun there on her, but it's not enough, not trapping her in, just quite there, and she's able to get away without too many problems at all. Now, how is Morphling going to fare against Clink's? Clink's has that nice bit of range as well as those fiery arrows. Could do a nice bit of right-click damage over there on the Morphling, as he's doing right now, as we can see. Going to be a bit of an annoyance for Morphling to deal with, as Morphling just wants to farm, and get nothing but farm. And Clink's is, of course, going to have the advantage because he has the range over that Morphling. And I think Windrunner might be in the same situation here. Queen of Pain most likely capable of doing a lot more damage. Here we have Shadow Strike going down, a couple of right-click hits going on for both of them. And Morphling getting dangerously low on health as Clink's is right-clicking him down with those Searing Arrows. And a great thing about the Searing Arrows ability is it is an ability. If you use it and click, it does not aggro the creeps, which is just going to be a plain annoyance. It means he can do as much damage as he wishes without any consequence whatsoever. And you can see Earthshaker waiting on the behind here. He wants to get a nice Fisher off and lock someone in, but I don't think it's going to happen, not so early. Chen about to run into a Clinks, and Clinks might have just bitten off more than he can chew, but he pops off that Shadow Walk. What the hell is it called? Skeleton Walk, sorry. Pops off the stealth and is able to escape to safety. In the meantime, First Blood has been picked up, which I've just managed to miss. Queen of Pain securing a kill there on the Windrunner. No surprises there. Windrunner's not really that capable of escaping. Does she have the Windrun? She does, but she has no Shackle. Queen of Pain's just going to do a lot of damage to her where damage can be dealt, and it's going to be an annoyance for her to deal with. First Blood already being secured. Sorry I missed that, but it's something that happens. Just got to keep closer eye on the mini-map. And I'm really surprised the trio at the top have yet to get a gank. It's going to happen sooner or later, and it's going to be spectacular. And I'm keeping a close eye on that top lane to make sure I don't miss any exciting action. And Runner better be careful. Has that Shadow Poison on there doing a nice bit of damage, but the Tango has been consumed, regenning that all the way back to full. Where the Christ is Crystal Maiden? What is she up to? Lurking it out in the jungle with the, of course, incorrectly named Creeps. That is not an Alpha Wolf. Seems we're going to pick up a nice Wildkin, use that horrific Tornado ability. I'm surprised they're not trying to push a lane very early in the game with that ability. It's just painful. Morphlin getting very daring, taking a few hits there from the Clinks, but waveforming away. Nothing too much bad has happened. Did someone get caught out of position? No. No. Top lane backing off, porting all the way down to bottom, with Windrunner making her way to mid. I'm disappointed with the lack of action over in this top lane with such a combination of heroes. You'd expect ganks to be going off left, right, and center, but alas, you can't have everything the way you want it. I guess Team Wii are just being very cautious, especially after losing the last game. They can't really take too many chances. Bane and Slardar just sort of saying hi to each other, and there goes the stun there from Slardar, so Slardar does indeed have a stun of some sort. Burrow Strike going down, Slardar taking a couple of hits, but he's ultimately going to find consumes a Trina and will regen back to full HP. Clinks very low, I didn't even realize. Morphling has no mana to try and finish him off with a waveform, so Clinks is in the AOK to do as much right-click damage as humanly possible without any risk of sudden death from Morphling's Tide form. See Windrunner keeping her distance over here in the bottom lane after being victim of First Blood. Not a good thing to have happen, but again, it's something that happens. Slardar taking a couple of right-click damage, but he's, again, ultimately A-OK. Trading blows. But a Chen. Looks like a Smoke of Deceit has been popped, and we have a Chen and a Crystal Maiden coming in from the behind, wanting to do a bit of damage. Burrowstrike going down there on the Slardar, taking a nice amount of damage, but they better be careful because they're all squishy here. Crystal Maiden jumps in, but Slardar might just fall. Bane taking a massive amount of damage and picking up another kill there for Team AEON. For Team Wii. And Sand King just barely escapes out of there. Boy, that was a close one. Slardar getting very, very, very low in health right there. Almost getting taken down, but if it weren't for Chen and Crystal Maiden, that was a gank gone awry. How unfortunate, I must say. Lynx once again doing right-click damage wherever possible, as he should be doing. Windrunner might land herself in a bit more trouble. Queen of Pain definitely wants to try and get at least some damage down on there, but I don't think it's going to happen. The thing seems to be settling down just a little bit, just sort of calming down. However, action will no doubt happen very, very soon. Like a nice little Bane hiding in the background. Wants to... I'm getting a lot of lag all of a sudden. Okay, we're good. Just waiting for someone to get caught out of position. Where is that Earthshaker? Here he is, pulling the creep lane over at the bottom. Earthshaker should be assisting for ganks. Nah, he doesn't have to, but I really want to see a sick Fisher go off and block someone in. Almost happened with that poor Crystal Maiden, but just a bit of bad luck for Team AEON, almost picking up an early gank there. But oh well. Wards right next to each other. Clink's gonna secure himself a delicious, delectable, and oh so magical rune of double damage. Of course, this increases your right-click damage. That Morphling's gonna be in a world of pain in a few moments. Does he suspect a thing? Oh, there are wards down there, so they know that Clinks has double damage, and that Morphling knows that he has to be very, very careful, because 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit, dead. It's probably how it's gonna go down. Look at the damage is actually not as much as I thought, but it's still a pretty considerable 2 or 3 more right clicks and he will fall like a stone. Morphling being forced to stay back if he doesn't want to die horribly. Absolutely horribly, as it will happen if he gets too close. And I really want to see it happen. I just have to keep an eye on this lane just in case something happens. Morphling getting a little bit too close. Better be careful. Better not die. Seems everything is a-okay, and oh, looks like we have the in preparation for a gank. Just waiting for that double damage to wear off and waiting for the Clinks to get a little bit closer. However, he backed off in a very smart manner, and Chen and Crystal Maiden lose their opportunity to pick up a nice gank. However, maybe they might make their way to the top lane in order to assist out. Or maybe not. I know Slaughter has picked up his amplified damage. Very solid ability all around, and especially good against anyone that has a little bit of invisibility, such as Sand King or Clinks. So very going to be incredibly useful against Team AEON there. Overall, I think Team We have a better team composition, mostly because of that Slaughter, actually. But then again, AEON is capable of dealing out massive amounts of AoE damage, and Morphling's caught himself in a bad situation, but he's going to pop off a bottle and just tide form out of there. He's not really in any too much trouble, just taking a couple of right clicks. But he'll be perfectly fine. Things seems to have settled down a little bit once again. It seems they're going to be pushing the top lane pretty hard. Bane is the only one here that in the defensive. So if Team AEON doesn't come back to reinforce, this tower might take some damage. I doubt it will fall though. We can see Sand King going back to the top lane to reinforce here with Bane. Everything should be a-okay in the next coming moments. But then again, we have Chen and Crystal Maiden once again hiding in the background, waiting for them to go further, just a little bit trying to pick up the gank. And here they come on the offensive. Amplified damage going down there on Bane, but it's not enough. Followed by the sleep there over on the Crystal Maiden. Nightmare, rather. Gotta remember the names of these abilities, folks. Morphling, once again, has clearly taken a little bit of right-click damage. Windrunner getting dangerously close considering there are two heroes in the background. Earthshake is definitely waiting for that 6-6 Fisher to lock that Windrunner in and secure a kill there for his team. Will it happen? We will have to wait and see, but over in the top, nothing is happening. We just have a Slaughter hiding in the bush in case something exciting happens, and Fisher goes down and just barely fails to lock her in. Scream going down. Windrunner so low in health. Will that Shadow Strike tick her down to death? We will see. Getting so low, 44 health. Eats a Tango is going to teleport back to the base, which will secure her safety. Very, very close there. So unlucky. Once again, Earthshaker just barely missing that Fisher. Well, not really missing, just getting a bit unlucky. The enemy team getting locked on the wrong side and thus not getting locked in. Oh, it's so unfortunate. Where is that Clinks? There he is, once again, taking some right clicks. Morphling's definitely having a bit of trouble farming. Let's take a look at the last hits. 33 last hits there for the Morphling, while the Clinks has 47. So we can quite clearly see that the Clinks has gotten a nice amount of last hits with, however, denies are about even. The Clinks is doing a better job at farming because he has that extra range, which means he can harass Morphling at pretty much any moment, and Morphling can't do much about it. He can't try and waveform to do a bit of damage because he will have no escapability after he jumps in there and will, like, pretty much die horribly. Chen and Crystal Maiden, the ganking duo, are once again returning to the top lane and trying to pick themselves up a kill. Sand King's a bit far out, pausing the game for some unknown reason. Seems it was an accident. Oh, someone's lagging, it seems. Someone getting a bit of lag, so we'll have to wait for the pause to resume. Or maybe they're just trying to prepare themselves for the fact that someone's about to die horribly. Sand King not caught in a particularly good position. However, Sand King does have that Burrow Strike, which is a blink and a stun, and that will allow him to sort of jump out of any tough situations that he might get himself into. And Earthshaker is coming in to join him, so if they push themselves out a bit too far, hopefully Earthshaker will get a nice Fisher and lock them in, or lock someone in for a horrible, unrelentless beating. Let's see how it unfolds. Unpausing has begun. The game has resumed. Burrow Strike getting nice double stun there. Crystal Maiden falls like a block. Nice, reasonable Fisher, but it is not enough. Chen does manage to get out there. Sleep going down there on the Chen with Slaughter slapping people down as hard as he possibly can. Bane not in a particularly good situation right now, but Earthshaker's back here to reinforce. Even exchange of affairs right there over in the top lane. Golden XPs. Gold, goddammit. Graphs. Right, XP in a slight favor for the Radiant side, with gold considerably an advantage for the Radiant. I have a feeling most of this is to do with Clinks. Clinks is doing a very good job at farming, and again, once again, compared to the Morphling, 57 last hits compared with Morphling's 39. Of course, Morphling getting denied an awful lot of farm, purely due to the fact that Clinks has that extra range. And here we have a nice little fight going down. Fisher, Burrow Strike, Slaughter taking massive amounts of damage. Another right click or two would take him down, but he's a tango and should be A-OK. Morphling securing a kill there on the oh-so-squishy Bane, and he wants more. He is hungry. He needs to be fed, and looks like the Earthshaker is going to be the next to follow. Trapping him in there by the trees, but a Fisher might come down and be enough to save him, maybe, but it seems not. Fisher going down. Did he secure a kill? No, he did not, but he did get a stun on the Crystal Maiden, but it's not enough at all. AEON here to try and reinforce. In comes a Queen, in comes a Scream, picking off the Crystal Maiden in an absolute instant.
Faster than sound.
But Morphling picking up another glorious, much-needed kill. And it seems the Crystal Maiden wants a bit of vengeance, and Morphling is a little bit low. But Morphling, of course, has that waveform, which he can't actually use due to the low amount of mana. Did he pop a bottle charge? I'm pretty sure he did. I think the Queen could have gone on the offensive, considering a good chunk of the team was down,
Radiant's
but
bottom tower is under attack.
What are we building into over here? I'm actually not too sure. Did he get that rune? She did indeed. Just a bit of right-click damage going down. Queen being forced to blink away. Might blink back in to try and do a bit of damage. However, Slaughter coming in to reinforce would mean that that bit of damage could result in her dying a horrible, horrible death. What does the first Perseverance build into? Builds into several things. Refresher Orb, that could be handy. A couple of screens would do some serious damage. Again, once I get my knowledge of the game goes a bit better, I'll be able to figure these things out. Ulti going down there on the Slaughter, taking him down in short order, and that's what I'm talking about. That ulti, absolutely devastating. It's a channeled stun that does a lot of damage, and if you get caught in that and you're out of position, there's no one that can stun and no one that can back you up. You're just gonna die a horrible, horrible death, alone, in the rain, with no one beside you. Pretty much the worst possible way to die. Morphling getting to the point where he can actually challenge this Clinks. Clinks no longer just able to harass, do nothing but harass with that extra. Queen of Pain picking up a kill that I managed to miss over in the top lane, but in the mid, interesting things are going to happen. This is the place to be spectating right about now. Serious amounts of damage, not using the skeletons here to try and take down Spiderlings? What? Come on, game. Not using the Spiderlings to try and take down that tower. Why are the names wrong in the spectator mode? That's not a kobold. Good lord. That tower is oh so low. Fortification is not going to be enough. Clinks tries to get a deny, but misses it just barely. And Team Wii have secured themselves the first tower of the game, in fact. Picking up Team AEON's middle tower, still leaving the skeletons here. Not doing a very good job at microing these skeletons, Mr. Chen. Now, one thing I'm surprised about is a good thing to do with Clinks, the Clinks can do, is actually eat Chen's creeps, because Chen's creeps get an HP advantage. In fact, as Bane dies a very quick and not so honorable death, we'll take a look. Health bonus, 300 health bonus. So that's an extra bit of damage and an extra bit of health for Clinks' ulti, which of course gives him health and damage based on how much health the creep has. Over in the top tower, Wii's going to take this tower down too. I don't think there's all that much they can do. Porting in is happening, but are they going to be saving it? I'm not sure. Fortification is not up either. Nice Fisher going down there, getting 3 of the heroes. Epicenter going down, doing a nice bit of damage. It is not enough as that Sand King dies in an instant. Clinks has somehow appeared out of nowhere and just kind of dies too. Power Shot finishing him off. Windrunner securing the kill right there, and that tower is going to down. Absolute Melee Creep? What? Yeah, the names are a little bit wrong in the spectator mode again. Beta is Beta. Also going down there on the Slaughter. Are they going to get the stun there on the Bane? They did, but has Slaughter Slaughter just barely getting out of there. Nice stun there by the Morphling. I have no idea why that shackle happened. I guess they're trying to pick up the Bane there. Yeah, actually that's exactly what they were doing. And there's not exactly much that Team AEON can do about this tower. Again, they don't have a fortification. They don't have the numbers needed to reinforce this. And as a result, we are doing an absolutely amazing job at pushing their towers down. Queen of Pain wants to get a nice scream off, but they know we'll reveal her position. I think they know she's there, actually. Oh, now's not good time to drink the nice Shackle. Sorry, I was trying to drink some tea because my throat was dry. Nice Shackle getting 2 of the heroes and lots of people dying. Horrible, horrible death. Actually, not that many people, just Slaughter and the Sand King. Everyone's chasing after the Queen of Pain. She wants to get that courier, but I don't think it's going to happen. And they want to get her, but I don't think that's going to happen because she has that glorious blink ability. She's still going after that courier. She really, really wants it, and this might net her in a particularly bad situation. But it seems the Dire team are going the complete and opposite way, meaning she should be relatively safe to go back over to the Radiant side.
Tower is under attack.
Ah, things have finally settled down. I can drink some tea and coat my now somewhat sore throat with a nice layer of liquids, so I don't have to cough and splutter horribly as a result of my throat being dry. Again, I don't know how commentators do this for hours upon hours on end. I guess they just drink immaculate amounts of water while the co-commentator covers. It seems to be the way things go. Maybe I'll get better at it as I yell more. That's what commentating is, really, yelling at the monitor. And probably my neighbor's thinking, what the Christ is that idiot doing? Nevertheless, looks like Roshan is going to be attempted here for Team Wii, and why not? The Dire team, the Radiant team rather, Team AEON, are sort of scattered all over the place. Looks like they want to try and do a bit of damage to the top tower. Are they going to trade top for Roshan? It's a pretty good trade considering that Team Wii have a considerable tower lead. Look at all of these skeletons incorrectly named Spiderlings, and do they know about this Roshan? They do not. They are free to take Roshan, going to trade it for the top tower, and it's a worthy trade in my opinion. Morphling most likely going to be picking up that Aegis. Actually, I think Slaughter will. Slaughter, very tanky hero. It'll take an absolute team effort to take down the Slaughter, and then they'll have to take him down again. So Slaughter securing that Aegis of the Immortality going to be very effective on him. And it seems they're going to continue to push this top tower, and I have a feeling a nice little trap is going to occur as they make their way through the jungle, and death is going to happen in this general area. Just watch, just wait. They want that tower. Nah, Shackle going down, but it doesn't connect to anyone. Power Shot follows, and Fisher gets the Windrunner just on the edge. A little bit of damage being dealt, but interrupted by the Slaughter there. And Earthshaker falls like a stone. Sleep going down there on the Slaughter with Bane on the run, hiding in the trees. Is he going to get stopped? He does not. Power Shot going down to try and reveal his position, but it is too late. That Bane is already out of there. And I can see what Bane was trying to do. He was trying to get the stun there on that Slaughter, or the sleep rather, get the sleep on that Slaughter in order to prevent the Slaughter from stunning the Earthshaker, as I'm pretty sure it was the only one with a stun. Windrunner already used her Shackle. Chen is just repping these Troll Warlords, not a ghost, Troll Warlord game, get it right. Good lord. And of course, the Troll Warlords, Skeletons, not Spiderlings. Come on, game. Valve, what is this? Blizzard, fix your game. But seriously, beta is beta, what can you do about it? Queen of Pain in a sense of panic right there. Does she know that that's an illusion? Did she even see it? I do not know. Wait a second. No, that's a replicate. Is it a replicate? Yeah, it is a replicate. Hang on a second. The icon's different. Who's... Yeah, because Morphling's on the other team.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Bit of a mix up in a team fight going in. Nice Burrow Strike, getting a nice handful of the heroes. Actually, just got Chen and all of his creeps. The Chen drops like an absolute zone. Fisher trapping the Sand King in right there. Nice little pick up there for Team AEON. Getting kills here and there is exactly what they need. Now, I have a question. How much health do those Troll Warlords have? Because Chen is doing a good job. Maybe picking up the Troll Warlords only if they have a small amount of health is actually preventing Clinks from benefiting from eating Chen's creep. But we shall see. It might just happen anyway because it's a way to instantly kill a creep. And those creeps are fairly annoying. Burrow Strike going down there on the Slaughter, followed by a Fisher. Is that Slaughter going to go full? Hand of God going down, bringing his health up just a little bit more and allowing him to escape. However, he probably would have escaped anyway. Earn Charge going up just to bring that health up a little bit more. Nice little, sort of somewhat narrow escape there for the Slaughter. Power Shot going down, getting a bit of vision and doing a little bit of damage to the creep wave. And it seems Team Wii are making their way to the bottom lane, wants to push it down because, hey, the tier 1 tower for the bottom lane has yet to be taken down, and it's a bit of essentially free gold for the Dire side. And plus they have some heroes here, so hopefully they'll be able to pick up a kill. The Dire, the Radiant, oh, nice Scream going down with a Fisher, Morphling dropping it like an absolute stone. Echo Slam going down there as he TPs into the middle, taking down the Slaughter, but it is not enough with the Aegis of Immortality going on right there. Seems they traded a kill for a kill. Where's Sand King when you needed him? He would have been perfect. Popping off an epicenter in that absolute clusterfuck would have been great. But it seems Team We have backed off. They know that there is an epicenter that hasn't been used, and an epicenter means serious amounts of damage when everyone's been grouped together. And they probably know that the Queen of Pain indeed can scream again, or at least we'll be able to scream fairly soon. It's actually 100 seconds away, so it'll be a while before the next scream comes. Queen of Pain going to get a nice bit of uncontested farm over here in the top lane. Big creep wave coming in, but it's all free farm, free, delicious, glorious farm. Oh, my throat. I've only been yelling for about 30 minutes. What is this? It's normally not this bad. How am I going to do this if I ever... whatever. Whatever. Let's go back to the game. Everything seems to have calmed down. The Dire Team We really want to get this bottom tower. It's so low, and again, it's free and easy gold for the entire team. So why not? Windrunner and Crystal Maiden going in the back to see who's there. Placing a ward down and catching a Bane, but Bane popping off those arcane boots and his overall... not arcane boots, phase boots, rather. Power Shot going down to see if there's a little bit of vision. Clinks wants to try and get the deny, but doing so would be complete and utter suicide with Windrunner and indeed Crystal Maiden hiding over there in the background. Eating another delicious creep there for Clinks. Useful commentary going on right there. And Chen has this nice little army. Got the Tiger. Got the annoying as hell Wildkin. Not an Alpha Wolf. It's a Wildkin game. Damn it, Blizzard. Fix your game. Treyarch, Activision, and so forth.
Top tower is under attack.
But again, beta is beta. It is sort of weird, but you can tell visually what they are. That's obviously not an ogre, it's a goddamn tiger of some sort. Bane getting ensnared there by the Crystal Maiden. Shackle going down, but there's a not connect, and a nice little fish going down, picking up the Crystal Maiden. Wolfling jumps into the fray with a little tide form. Sleep going down there on the starter, preventing any further chasing going down. Ulti going down there on Bane, followed by the Scream, hitting everyone. Queen of Pain blinks out, Hand of Gold going down, and Epicenter with a Burrow Strike, with an Echo Slam. So much damage is being dealt. But it's not enough. Wolfling popping off that BKB, and now Bane is on the run. Oh man, Crystal Maiden is going to be a nice, oh, maybe not. Triple kill being secured there by the Morphling, a nice bit of extra farm there that he also needs oh so dearly, and almost the entire team being taken down. This is going to be some free uncontested towers for Team We. Could they have asked for anything better? I don't think so. Free towers and free towers for all. Well, all but the opposing team, that is. I totally should have looked at what Morphling was building. Should have been expected that he would be building a BKB. However, one needs to remember that Bane's ulti goes through BKBs, which will be a bit of an annoyance. However, there are several other stuns available, which would make engaging a little bit more difficult for the Morphling if he didn't have a BKB in hand. BKB, always a good pickup. I suspect the next person to pick up a BKB will be the Clinks. Actually, he has secured an Orchid Malevolence. Malevolence, I believe is how it's pronounced. Excuse me, English language. Why you do this to me? Nevertheless, an Orchid Malevolence being picked up there for the Clinks will be useful against pretty much every single hero. Particularly, anyone that's capable of doing a lot of damage with their abilities at Orchid Malevolence will be handy on. I have a suspicion that it'll be mostly used for Slaughter because he's very tanky, and that extra, I believe, 30% damage? 30% spell damage? No, 25% spell damage. Going to be very handy for taking down a very tanky hero such as Slaughter. Hex going down there, followed by Bane's ultimate. Slaughter caught in a very bad situation. Burrow Strike following it up. A completely unnecessary Burrow Strike, but the poor Slaughter falls. Caught out of position. That's what happens when you get caught out of position with Banes around. It is a guaranteed kill. If you can't get a stun on that Bane, you're dead. You're dead if there's no one to reinforce you and stun that Bane. What ability is that? I do not know. I actually seriously don't know what all the X's mean. I think he's got... I seriously don't know. I should educate myself. Pleb. Chen has a Vlad's? I don't think I've ever seen Chen pick up a Vlad's. Mechs. Vlad's. But Vlad's is pretty understandable. Getting those creeps a little bit of extra lifesteal as well as for his team will make him very handy and give those creeps a little bit of extra tank ability. What is he building into next? Someone getting caught out of position here. Poor Bane currently running in for his life. But Clinks is there to reinforce and do a nice bit of right-click damage to Chen. Chen getting the Orchid Malevolence popped as well. Crystal Maiden absolutely falls like a stone. Chen runs back into the fray. Wants to try and get a bit of damage. The Morphling is coming to reinforce it. Chen does massive amount of right. Burrow Strike going out there, picking up a nice stun on the Morphling, followed by the invisibility. The Essential Ward is dropped immediately. And Queen of Pain is doing something somewhere, and I'm not even sure. I can hear her. That was a poorly commentated team fight, but nevertheless, a couple people died, and that's all you need to know. Who came out ahead? Well, who got the kills, actually? That entirely depends. Queen of Pain picking out those 2 kills. But they got a kill on Clinks, which is a carry, and that means, you know, he's not getting a farm, and he's also not using Death Pact whenever he can, and that's, of course, a very bad thing. Delicious uncontested farm here for the Sand King. And the Radiant side getting dangerously close, or at least Queen of Pain getting dangerously close. Queen of Pain and Earthshaker getting dangerously close to Team Wee's bottom tower, but as they're porting in, they are forced to back off. And I think seems wow, it excuse me, English language. It seems things are settling down for the moment. Seems everyone's backing off to recuperate after a somewhat sizable team fight. Gonna back off, gonna get a little bit of farm in the jungle. Gonna think about what their next strategy will be. I have a feeling they're waiting for Roshan. At least one team is waiting for Roshan. Picking up an Aegis of Immortality will be absolutely fantastic, especially for Team Wee. You put another Aegis of Immortality there on the Slardar, and he will be feeling good, and Dust has been popped to avoid the pickup from the wards, and they are indeed going to be doing, or maybe they're not going to be doing Roshan. In fact, maybe they're just making their way into the Dire's jungle in order to pick up a gank. And Queen of Pain's not in a particularly good situation, but she can easily blink out of there without too much trouble. And I can hear a Clinks shooting the crap out of things, but I'm not exactly sure where he is. Where the hell is Clinks? Oh, there he is. He's over in the top lane. I thought he was in the jungle. Massive team engagement about to happen. Second wall is going down everywhere, and the first person to get forward out of position is actually not sure who it is. Clean's getting caught out of position and dying absolutely instantly, but Slardar getting hexed, getting malevolence and silenced, and lots of damage going down on him, but it is ultimately not enough. Slardar's such a tanky hero, getting 4-starved ahead there, trying to catch up and secure another kill, but they got a kill on the Clinks, which means they won that engagement. That engagement was so worth it. Getting a kill on the carry means he's going to be, again, unable to use that Death Pact, unable to get some farm, and unable to do any damage. And I'm certain they're going to use this downtime to secure Roshan, pick up another Aegis of Immortality for the Slardar, which will make their next team engagement swing heavily in their favor, because Slardar is a pain in the ass to take down. Right now they have to pop all of their cooldowns and all their items in order to drop him. But if he has an Aegis, he's going to come back up, and that's just going to be annoying. But Echo Slam, where the hell did this come from? The enemy team porting in there, Echo Slam going down, Epicenter going down, but not doing as much damage as I would have thought. I didn't even see that coming. I should be paying more attention to the minimap. Roshan's not that exciting, but that was exciting. I'm surprised, actually genuinely surprised not more damage was not dealt. An Echo Slam combined with an Epicenter. Ooh, that would have hurt, but it's surprising I only picked up a couple of kills. I wish I was paying more attention so I actually saw what happened during that nice, massive engagement. In the meantime, we'll have some glorious, glorious dead air. And I'm going to guess Clinks is going to... What has he got here? Yep, building his way to a BKB. Entirely understandable. Forest Strike going down there on the Windrunner, followed by a Fisher, followed by the Sleep. And that tower drops oh so rapidly. The Clinks, of course, building his way to a BKB. The current bane of his existence is stuns. In that big team engagement before, he was chain stunned. Got that absolute hell chain stun out of him. He could not move at all. If he had a BKB then, he would have at least been able to escape. He still would have died if he tried to attack, but he would have gotten away because he has that speed and no one would have been able to stun him. And it looks like, here we go, going Roshan, second attempt here on Roshan. Do they know about it? I think they might. I think they're suspicious. Earthshaker getting a Fisher there. Just gonna harass them just a little bit, maybe scare them out of Roshan's pits, but they don't care. They really want that Aegis for that Slardar. It's going to be helpful in so many future engagements. Yep, there we go. Shackle going down on someone. Nice Shackle there on the Sand King, but he's ultimately A-OK. Not enough damage there in order to take him down. Double damage rune over at the top. That's a nice ability. I didn't think I thought of doing that. Morphling going to secure himself with double damage. He is smiling like an idiot right now, I can tell. A double damage for Morphling is going to mean lots and lots of damage being dealt to the next sucker that tries to fight him. And who will that next sucker be? We'll have to wait and find out. I have a feeling that AEON actually are free to push whichever, not AEON, Team Wee What lane are they going to push next? I'm not entirely sure, but Queen of Pain, lucky she has the invisibility because she's not in a particularly good situation right now. No one has a gem, thankfully. She's just watching them farm, and is she alerting her team to their presence in this location? It seems she is, or are they? I think they're just grouping around mid. Queen of Pain just doing a nice bit of scouting, but that invisibility going to run out soon. The Slaughter's right on her tail. Is she going to get caught out? Very lucky girl, I must say. Do they know that she's there? That she's not in a good situation, let's put it that way. I'm sure she's panicking right now. But here she is, in for the screen. Gets stunned, though, before the screen can go off. Followed by a shackle to the creep and a power shot. Epicenter going down there for the Earthshaker. Followed by a Fisher and a massive Epicenter. Sorry, he did lots of AoE damage going down. Sorry, Echo Slam is what went down there for the Earthshaker. Followed by an Epicenter for the Sand King, and that's that massive amount of AoE damage I was talking about. They want to really take down that Slaughter, which they do in a rather efficient manner. Getting a sleep down there on the double damage Morphling, probably the best thing they could possibly have hoped for. The Windrunner taking that off, and look at the amount of damage the double damage Morphling does. So much damage. And I think I know what the X's are. I think it's a Lincoln Sphere, but the no, it's not Lincoln Sphere because it doesn't have a Lincoln Sphere. I have no idea what the Christ it is. But anyway, that's that massive amount of AoE damage potential that Team AEON have. You hit them with an Echo Slam, you follow it up with an Epicenter, and oh my god, these guys just kind of die. Morphling not in a particularly good situation, getting silenced there so he can't time bomb away, but he's far enough to secure a safe escape over there back to the fountain to regen his health. Nice little team fight going down there. Look over at the gold, considerable gold advantage for the Radiant side, same for the XP. Radiant in a 5,000 golden XP lead, fairly considerable, fairly helpful. And everyone's got overclubs. Taking a look at the items. Yes, of course, Madasile being secured there for the good old Morphling. Very useful ability for both defense and offense. Lets you do extra damage and lets you escape if you can successfully through your foes. And Queen of Pain has picked herself up a Sheep Stick, which is of course the hexes we've been seeing go down. Of course, Sand King and Earthshaker of course have linked adders because it's just handy. And Queen of Pain securing herself a Black King bar, BKB. Very good ability very good item all around, especially for Queen of Pain if she can't get interrupted. We saw in that last fight before where she got stunned before she can pop off the Scream and the Sonic Wave. If she had that BKB, she could have popped that off and done a serious amount of damage, and the opposing team would have been completely and utterly unable to do anything about it. But in the meantime, Smoke of Deceit has been popped off, and Team Wii are lurking and hiding it out over in AEON's jungle. Bad things are about to happen if anyone wanders in here. However, the entire team, no one is in that jungle. They're hoping for a gank, but no one is nearby. However, Prince wants to eat another creep, wants to do a nice little bit of farming. He could get caught out of position, but he is going to return to the lane. I don't think they want to have what happened before happen again. It wouldn't be particularly good, and it seems that they've figured out, no one's there, let's just back off. Let's go push a tower or something. And it seems like that's exactly what they're going to do. Or maybe just take down the Ancient Camp. I'm surprised we're not doing a little bit more pushing, considering, but then again, Team Wii are well, considerably behind in both the gold and XP. Okay, let's take a gander over the last hit. 160 last hits there for the Morphling, while the Clinks has 187. And don't forget about that Death Pact, meaning that he eats creeps and gets even more glorious, delicious stats. And Team AEON have snuck their way over to the top lane, with Team Wii sort of scattered all over in the bottom jungle. Are they going to push their lane, or are they just looking for a lone solo farming hero? It seems the latter is the case, and they are not going to find them because they are taking down the Ancient Camp and now returning back to the top. Seems they're waiting for a push and sitting back on the defensive side. As we have some glorious, fantastic, oh so incredible dead air, we see Team AEON unifying over here in the top lane. Looks like they want to push this tower down. Power shots going down, very good, not just doing a bit of damage to the creep wave, but getting a bit of visibility and seeing where exactly everyone's at. So it seems they might be doing a split push. Looks like they just eliminated the creep wave over at the top and will be making their way to the bottom lane, where it's a fairly sizable creep wave waiting to do a nice bit of damage to the tower. And there's actually no one down here to defend, but Slaughter is in to try and just take down the creeps. Power shot going down, doing a nice little bit of damage. And it seems we're going to back off. It looks like they're waiting in the jungle for the next foolish, unsuspecting hero to walk by. Could that hero, who will that hero be? Will that hero even be a hero? Chen is obviously not in a particularly good situation here. Queen popping in out of nowhere, getting the Hex, getting the Scream, getting an Orchid Malevolence off. But the enemy team has returned. Nice Fisher going down there, blocking the way. And of God going down, getting a nice bit of healing off. Scream going off. I don't think it even hit anyone. That was a bit of an odd engagement, considering no one died on either team. Hold up. Oh no. So Queen has an Orchid? No, Clinks must have done it. I didn't even see Clinks nearby. Ooh, Demon Edge. What is this build into again? What could he be going towards? A Divine Rapier? No way, that's just silly. Monkey King MKB would be an absolutely solid pickup. A nice little mini stun there for his right clicks, and Clinks is all about right click damage, so I can see him picking up MKB. Daedalus would be alright for a bit of extra damage, but I think the Monkey King Bar would ultimately be more use. Mini stuns, always more useful than extra damage, and Smoke of Deceit has once again been popped as they venture over into the Radiant's jungle, looking to pick up a sad hero which happens to be jungling on his own. But it seems they are not going to be finding one, because they are all making their way to the middle lane. There's no one to defend this middle tower, but they are going to be coming in from the behind and hopefully get a nice little surprise engagement. But they are prepared. They are suspecting that, waiting in the sidelines for the hero to appear, and some serious damage is about to go down. Ult going down there on the slot, actually it's just asleep. Someone picking up a kill there. I didn't even realize Morphling killing off the Sandling at some point in some place in time. When did that happen? I don't even know. Oh, somewhere over here. I guess I didn't see. Did he pop off the Epicenter? No, he didn't get anything popped off. He just kind of died. What an unfortunate situation to be in. And things have once again calmed down. Placing ward. No, 2 sentry wards right now. Are these, wait, hold on a second. Okay, one's an observer ward and one's a sentry ward. And for some reason they're called Necronomicon archers. Oh, game. Nice little invisibility rune here for the Queen of Pain. Hopefully going to pick up a nice stealthful gank through the use of that, or maybe just do a bit of scouting for her team. I have a feeling the latter will be the case. I'm not sure if there's anyone that she can effectively one-on-one aside from supports. Are they going for a split push, or are they just going to continue the farm? Seems AEON should really be capitalizing on the fact that they have an XP and a gold advantage. However, they're sort of just sitting back, and you see Team Wii is working up the farm. They're getting as much farm as humanly possible, because they need to get farm if they want to combat this massive sort of team synergy that they have going on with all the AoE damage that can be dished out. They need that farm if they want to survive a team engagement. So that's exactly what they're doing, because again, they are behind on farm. Clinks actually has a massive amount of blast hits, but nevertheless. Like Team AEON going to be pushing the top lane with Wii just sitting in the jungle. Again, getting farm where farm can be gotten. And someone better come to defend this top lane, because they're going to possibly get a few hits on the barracks. They'll be able to take it down. Reinforcements will no doubt follow very soon. Windrunner probably going to just take down this creep wave and then make her way to the top. There's quite a formidable force here for Team AEON over in the top. But it seems we are just going to counter push. But Clinks is all ears, man. He can see what's going on. Keeping an eye out, and it seems they are going to back off. They are not going to counter push. They're going to make their way over to the top, because they have to defend this tower and turn these barracks. Ports going off, as well as people just wandering in there. Clink's using an Orchid Malevolence. I'm not sure. That could have been a bit of a waste, considering he just ported. Oh, my throat is oh so very dry. And it seems AEON's push over at the top has been diffused. Not really sure why, because they have the advantage when it comes to teamfight capabilities. So we'll see. But while Team AEON has backed off and is no longer pushing lanes, we're going to go back to farming, since it's exactly what they need to do. It's what they really need to do. Oh, delicious tea. You soothe my throat thusly. I appreciate you. Especially with this commentatory that's going on. Once again, looks like they wanted to try and do a nice little bit of damage to the top tower. Nice shackle going down there on the Sand King, getting shackled to a creep. Fish going down, but there's not enough to save the life of that Sand King. And they really want to pick up that Earthshaker, but I think the Earthshaker is just a bit too far away. But someone else here is getting caught in a not so good situation. Sleep going down, shackle doesn't manage to connect. And Main manages to successfully escape. I think Roshan is being done once again, this time for Team AEON. However, the Wii are well aware of it and they want nothing to do with it. Queen of Pain, serious amounts of damage is about to be dealt if they're not careful. Nice Fisher there blocking off the opposing team.
Roshan has fallen to the dark.
Gaia securing the kill with Slaughter picking up the Aegis. Queen of Pain, is she going to get out? Stun going down there for the Slaughter. Not in a good situation for her to be. And she's probably going to try and blink out, blinking very far away. But a power shot could clear out those trees. Or possibly... Nice stun there going down the edge of it, just taking it off. And Morphling and Chen picking up, doing some serious damage and taking down that Queen of Pain. How do they get vision of that? I'm not entirely sure. I was actually expecting Morphling to waveform in there. Again, things have sort of settled down. So, hang on, who picked up the cheese? Has anyone picked up the cheese? Who picked up the cheese? Alright, which... Slaughter has the Aegis, and Crystal Maiden has the cheese? That's a bit odd. Okay, well... I don't know, man. She has the cheese? I guess it allows her to cast some more spells. Morphling securing himself an Eye of Scatty, of course, going to be the next pickup for him. Very nice ability, especially... for the good old Morphling. Actually, really going through what everyone has. Clinks has indeed picked himself up a Monkey King Bar. Very useful ability all round. And Sand King has himself a BKB. No stopping that Epicenter now. And no stopping that Blink Strike, or Burrow Strike rather. What are these noises I'm hearing? It's just a sound of farming, it seems. And look at all that right-click damage coming out of Clinks. He's a serious force to reckon with. Taking a look over at the XP and gold, it's starting to tip slightly in favor. XP is definitely very close, only a 2500 advantage for Team AEON, with gold still being considerably in favor for the Radiant for Team AEON, but they're catching up. They're not continuing to get further and further ahead, Team AEON. Team Wii is actually beginning to catch up. As to how this game will turn out, I actually have no idea. I think, considering AEON aren't really capitalizing on the advantage that they had a considerable XP advantage, but they didn't really push any towers, and Team Wii just took that time to farm as much as possible, and now they've caught up. They're catching up very rapidly. But as we can see here, Smoke of the Sea has been popped, and it looks like a nice little team engagement is going to happen very soon. An unsuspecting Team Wii is waiting over in the sides here. Queen of Pain jumps in, gets a Hex, gets the Orc in the level, and serious damage being dealt down there to the Windrunner. Maybe a little bit unnecessary, but we can't really complain about a kill. Slaughter drops in the meantime, but he has that Aegis, which means he will be back up in the fight and ready to do some serious damage to the next poor bastard that wanders into him. Surprisingly passive team engagement. They lost someone, but they did take down that Aegis, which is pretty friggin' important. Means that Slaughter, next time when they kill Slaughter, he's just gonna be dead, and Slaughter's the main source of taking up all of that damage. So the stun is actually a chance thing. Oh, it's a I don't know. I should be looking at these things before the game begins. I'm not entirely familiar with the hero, which goes by the name of Slaughter. Another Smoke of Deceit has been popped. No one's going to pick up that invisibility rune because it probably would reveal their position. But they might have a bit of an encounter here. Earthshaker caught in a not so great situation. Fish going down, there's not going to be enough Blink Staff through the tree, but it was not a Force Staff rather.
Oh, good, Soki.
Tries to Force Staff through the trees, but is not able to make it. Traps himself in there and falls oh so thusly. And it seems Wii are going to be pushing this bottom lane, pushing it hard. Chen has his nice little army of creeps, which will provide additional damage to be soaked up from this tower. Chances are this tower is going to go down. Look at all those creeps. Then again, a scream and a scream from the Queen to do a nice amount of damage to that creep wave. That's not going to do anything. Mantis Style being popped off. Morphling doing serious amounts of right-click damage. And that tower is gone. And Melee Barracks is going to follow if they don't do something about it. Earthshaker buying back because he absolutely needs to. They need that Earthshaker to try and engage in a battle. Melee Barracks is oh so low. I would have dedicated just that tiny little bit extra. But the Clinks is there. And Clinks is, of course, look at the damage Clinks is dealing. Just completely destroying the creep wave. But then they've successfully taken down a barracks, which will no doubt be beneficial. Piper's gone off and they're going in for another push. Going to try and take down that melee barracks, and it will do. Morphling right-clicking that thing to death. And now running out of there. They've done the damage that they need to dealt, and they can now back off. And they'd be happy with that. Queen of Pain getting shackled to a creep there. But they've done the damage that needed to be dealt, while the middle tower takes a few hits as well. And they can now back off, possibly get a bit more farm, possibly try to get a nice team engagement, or maybe they'll just push another lane. They're in a good situation right now, Team Wii. They're taking a gander over at the grass. XP is still considerably in favor on both parts for the Radiant, but they are catching up.
Illusion.
Nice illusion there. It's going to be very handy for the Morphling. Give that nice little bit of extra damage. You combine it with the Manta style, it's going to be absolute pandemonium with a whole heap of Morphlings just wandering all over the place. 5 Morphlings, in fact. Like, what's going on? There's too many of them. It seems we have the Radiant team sort of scattered all over in the jungle. I think they're looking to pick up some farming. Some people who are farming, rather, but there's no one here. They make sure to farm together so nothing like this happens. It happened several times at Clinks, as a matter of fact. Hex going down there on the Windrunner. Orchid Malevolence is going to follow, but Chen is porting her back to base, and she is A-OK. That is the glory of Chen. And an Epicenter being completely wasted down there. I guess they thought they were going to blink and engage. Nice waveful, nice Fisher. Lots of damage being dealt. Queen of Pain popping a BKB and almost dying. There's an ultimate going down there on the Morphling. I didn't even see the Bane over there, but Bane drops oh so quickly. But maybe it's not enough. Nice scream going down there from the masses. So much damage being dealt to everyone. Queen of Pain is going to fall as a result. But 2 of Team Weeds has been taken down. Fisher going down there on the Slaughter is not going to be enough to secure a kill, however. As well as that earn damage. There's someone caught in a not so great situation. Windrunner gets taken down, but Sand King's going to follow us out, followed by the Morphling. They are trading kills left, right, and center. And Slaughter oh so low with an Orchid Malevolence on him. Not a good situation for him to be in at all. And I think Team Team AEON came out ahead in that advantage by the looks of it. Very nice, solid team fight there, despite the Epicenter being wasted right at the start of the game. Start of the fight, rather. Slaughter comes in there, gets a slash off, followed by the Morphling's Tide Form doing a nice little bit of damage, but Slaughter is oh so low and is just barely going to escape. Wait, he did die. Who picked up that kill? Clink's picking up the kill, must have been an arrow. Rogue Arrow must have jumped in there. And a nice bit of damage. Poor Slaughter. Now, I'm definitely very surprised that AEON isn't taking advantage of this opportunity that has now been presented. They have no one to stop them from pushing barracks right now. Well, now there's a few people to stop them. But they're all pretty squishy heroes, with the exception of the Morphling here. So if they decide to push, it'd be very difficult for Team Wii to defend it without buying back. And even if you don't take down a tower or do that much damage, if you can force a buyback, that is great. But alas, they're not going to capitalize on this opportunity and just going to sort of back off and get a bit of farm, it seems. And Team Wii are right ahead of them, getting the farm that they need to get. Because if we look at the XP and the gold graph, it is considerably in favor of the Radiant once again. It's definitely looking good for Team AEON. They've got a Clinks that is fed as hell, as well as amazing teamfight synergy with combination of the Earthshaker and his Echo Slam, the Sand King and his Fish, and of course Queen of Pain and her Scream and Sonic Wave. Is it called Sonic Wave? I keep calling them both Screams, as they are essentially Screams. Sonic Wave just doesn't roll off the tongue well. It also doesn't sound right. She's obviously screaming. We've got another one called Scream. I'm sure it's an ability, it does a lot of damage, and you can tell that it's been cast because it's very big animation for it. Ticking into the 50 minutes, this game's been going on for a while, and Roshan is also going to be up very soon. It might be what Team Wii or Team AEON needs. But then again, AEON doesn't really have a hero that can truly benefit from the Aegis. not massively benefit, at least, because they haven't got any super tanky hero. Meanwhile, they have a Slaughter here over on Team Wii, and Slaughter can benefit immensely from both the cheese and the Aegis. It would be very annoying to have a Slaughter pop back up to full health after exerting all of their resources to take him down. Seems we're going to have a counter push here, or are they going for Roshan? But they're going to be forced to teleport back over to the top lane because this tower will fall if no one is there to defend it. But it seems they want that Slaughter. They might be willing... Would it be a worthy trade to take Roshan for the top tower and possibly Barracks? I don't think so. An Aegis Immortality is pretty good, but I don't think it's worth losing a tower in Barracks. In all honesty. And here they are returning to the fray, thinking that that's a real Slaughter when it's actually just a Morphling replica. They have been forced to retreat, Team AEON has, as Team Wii has returned to the top lane in order to defend. And it's getting awfully hot here. It's normally very cold. It's winter right now in Australia. It's really hot. I'm wearing a jumper and I'm sweating like crazy, but I can't stop and take it off. I'm commentating a game. Shackle going down there on the Queen of Pain. It's not really all that troublesome for her, however, as there isn't a massive amount of teammates around. However, going down, probably getting it, just trying to get a little bit of vision, see exactly where all of the enemy heroes are at. In the meanwhile, Morphling is going to solo the Skeleton Warrior. Ha ha ha, no, it's Roshan, goddammit. Going to be soloing the Roshan in a very, very hastily and efficient manner, or at least doing some damage where damage can be dealt, it seems. Seems they're going to need Morphling for this engagement. It's probably been called back to the base, but it seems the Radiant have sort of backed off, and it looks like they're going to be going for the Roshan, or maybe they know the Morphling is there. I think they suspected it to be the case. Slaughter blinking in, getting a nice back there on the poor Bane, who's oh so low in health and gets taken down there by the Morphling. Morphling securing a nice, delicious, fantastic kill for himself. But there's a Clinks lurking around in the background. They know that there's some considerable force up here on this ledge. There's some AoE damage capability is capable of being dished down. It could hurt a lot. BKB going down there on the Queen of Pain, but with a Hex. Hex going down on the Windrunner. Queen of Pain just sort of died without me commentating, and Clinks is going to follow too. Nice Fisher going down there, blocking off a couple of their teammates, but it's not going to be enough to bring their team to safety. Nice, massive, great, fantastic engagement there for Team Wii, taking down all but one member of the team. And this is exactly what they need. They're going to secure Roshan, they're going to get that cheese, they're going to get that Aegis, and then they're going to push the lanes. And this is great because half of the AEON's team are currently out of action and can't really do anything. They're either going to have to buy back, or they're going to lose barracks. They're going to lose more barracks, they're going to lose more towers, and even when they are all there, with the Slaughter having both a cheese, actually Slaughter just has a cheese, but Slaughter having a cheese means they focus all of their abilities to bring that Slaughter down, and then he just uses a cheese and he's back to full. Who has the Aegis, by the way? I'm going to guess Morphling has the Aegis. Sorry, wrong thing. Who has the Aegis? Morphling does indeed have the Aegis, so they have to pretty much kill two of their heroes twice. And that's just going to be absolutely horrible to deal with. Where did that Earthshaker go?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Radiant's middle tower is no doubt going to fall. Pipe going down to just absorb that little bit of extra damage and reinforce the creep wave. Tower's going to fall. Fortification is not going to save the day. Melee back is going to fall in a few moments after. And it's looking rather GG-ish. That one engagement sealed the deal for Team Wii. Most likely securing a victory there. Fish didn't even hit anyone. Come on, Earthshaker. And are they going to commit? They are not. They're going to back off. They've done the damage that they need to do, and they can sort of sit back and relax because the entire AEON team is there, and they don't want the opposite to happen. They don't want their whole team to get taken down. They should sit back. They should realize that they've had a massive victory here, knowing that they've not only won that team fight that was back there, but they've also taken down another melee barracks, another barracks and tower, and there's also a massive creep wave over in the top lane, and they're going to have to defend this. They're going to have several of their reinforcements split because they need someone to defend mid, someone to defend top, and someone to stop this absolutely massive creep wave of death coming up here. And Bane's probably calling out over TeamSpeak or whatever, Mumble, whatever they're using, "Help me clear the creep wave, there's so many of them." And Clinks can just sort of smack him down, he doesn't even care. He does serious amounts of damage, and he has picked up a Daedalus as well, which is going to mean even more damage for him. As well as that mini-stun. Going to be very annoying to deal with. And I need to take this jumper off so badly, but I'm in no position to do so. It is too hot. This game is too exciting. Am I encoding? I don't even know. Nevertheless, why is it so hot? It's winter. It's been freezing the last 5 days. It's been raining. It's been miserable. And now it's hot as hell. Australia is a bloody weird country. Weird as hell. What the Christ is wrong with this goddamn place? It's so hot. It's horrible. Have a look at the XP. You can see the XP in gold has pretty much balanced out that team fight followed by Roshan, as well as the tier 3 tower over in the middle lane. Definitely brought the gold a hell of a way back, as well as the experience. We has definitely evened up, and despite being low in XP, behind in XP, they've been pretty successful in all of their battles. So Team Wii are overall doing a fantastic job, and now that they've almost got the, they've got the advantage, it's going to get very tough for the Radiant side to defend against this. They can't really go in the offensive because they need to have someone defending the middle and the bottom lanes at all time, or else they're going to lose. Well, yeah, they're going to lose. They're not just going to lose their stuff, they're going to lose the game. And of course, not a bad situation, not a good situation to be in, I'm sorry. Been yelling at my monitor for a goddamn hour. Takes its toll. How do people do this for 10 hours at a time? I don't even know. I guess through practice, my endurance will build up. Come on, guys, just get the kill. I need to take this jumper off. It's horrible. I hate it. It's horrible, horrible situation to be in. Yes. It seems they're just going to get a bit more farm. Not that they really need it, but they may as well because they know that their team, the opposing team, is doing the exact same thing. And we have the glorious sounds of dead air, ladies and gentlemen. It's not a good thing to have at all, but there's absolutely nothing going on, so I can't really speak about much. Smoke of Deceit has been popped as Team Wii make their way over to the Radiant side. Damage is going to be dealt to someone at some point in the future. This I guarantee. However, this will happen regardless of any situation, any circumstance at all in the world of Dota. People take damage. It's just the way the world works. And they're making their way to the bottom lane. They want to secure this range barracks, which will definitely be tough for them. And oh my, there is absolutely no defense over here in the bottom lane. They're going to be sacrificing a few things if they're not careful. And as we can see, AEON making their way very rapidly back because their towers are going to start taking damage very, very, very soon. And they're pushing the bottom lane at the same time. Not a good situation to be in at all. Clinks is going to hide around in the background, but it's not going to be enough. That barracks is going to fall, and it's going to fall oh so fast. And are they going to back off? It seems they are. They might be making their way over to possibly the middle lane or maybe the top lane. It's looking relatively GG-ish at this point. We are just taking it slow. They don't want to push themselves ahead and lose a massive team engagement and give AEON the opportunity to take down a barracks. It'll be a bad situation to get put in, especially when you're this far ahead. So they're taking it slow. They want to make sure that they have this victory because they are down one game. Remember, AEON won the last game, Team Wii is down a game, and they don't want to make a mistake and lose because it means they're out of the tournament. They're out of their chance at getting a spot in the Dota 2 International, which is coming up this August in Seattle. You can buy your tickets already over on the Dota 2 store. But again, we're sitting back, and Roshan actually is quite a while away. I doubt they're going to wait for Roshan. They still have that cheese, don't they? I need to find out the hotkeys for this item bar. Yep, they still have the cheese. They still have the Aegis, which actually makes me rather surprised they haven't tried to engage because they can afford to take quite a bit of damage. Because again, Slaughter has that cheese which will bring him back to full health and mana, as does Morphling with the Aegis. And with the addition of a oh-so-delicious double damage rune, serious damage is going to be dealt. That's the last thing you want to try and engage against. Is a fed-as-hell Morphling with the Aegis of Immortality. Is he just going to farm? No way in hell. They have to make an engagement. They've got double damage, they've got the Aegis, and they have to take advantage of it soon because Roshan will be respawning in about 4 minutes, which means the cheese and the Aegis will disappear. And they're definitely waiting for the opportune moment. That double damage has only got 15 seconds left. They better make haste if they want to take a maximum advantage of it. Slaughter and Morphling moving, and Slaughter blinking and doing a nice bit of damage. Morphling doing terrible amounts of damage there to the poor Earthshaker who drops. Epicenter going down, it does nothing. That Epicenter doing absolutely nothing. The Morphling gets taken down in quick order. However, he does have that Aegis of Immortality, meaning that they're going to have to take him down all over again. AEON team only taking one casualty, but they are forced to retreat because they have no way they can take on this current force of complete and utter death. I need to figure out what the Christ those X's are. I have a feeling it's an error. It's an animation that's not working properly. Burrow Strike going out there. Morphling taking a large amount of right-click damage there from Clinks, but it is not enough. Even with the Orphan level that's going down, it's just not enough damage. And at this point, it's looking like it's pretty much Morphling securing himself a double kill. Burrow Strike going down there isn't going to be enough. Absolutely not. Clinks doing massive amounts of right-click damage actually to that poor Morphling. Gets Force Staff away, is so low on health, but he's not giving up, pumping all of his abilities into strength and doing serious amounts of damage. That Morphling is so low, they do not secure that kill. Boy, that was a close one. And Hand God being popped up, the GGs are being spoken. Queen of Pain already disconnected. We picking up the second game, game 2 of AEON versus we of the Dota 2 International East Qualifiers. This brings the team to 1-1. This is of course a best of 3. Game 3 will be coming up in a short while. Hopefully we'll be up tomorrow on the interwebs. Hope you enjoy it, folks. Team AEON versus we. This has been Toshley, who brought to you the Dota 2 International East Qualifiers. I'll see you very, very soon. In the next game, as a matter of fact. Good day.